Another tip is to have HGH boosters. There's some Sarms that are that help boost your HGH or any type of HGH supplement.
And so based on this video, the fact that it was taken down, the fact that he goes on to explain the benefits of HGH, Coach Greg, in today's video, we're going over a clip released about 3 years ago where Alex Eubank actually admits to taking HGH. And so I've watched these videos. People are saying it's HGH, others an HGH secretagogue, and others saying it's a SARM. And remember, I've already stated that I did not believe that Alex Eubank was natural in his teens. I stated that I believed he took SARMs because his testosterone levels were very low, into the low 200s. And more recently, when he spoke of his blood work and his testosterone levels were over 930, I concluded that he most likely was taking enclomiphene. We know that he suffers from anxiety, and having higher testosterone levels, that can precipitate the problem and makes it worse. And so if he was in fact taking enclomiphene, or even possibly if you at home are taking HRT or taking steroids and you're suffering from anxiety, what you should do is to at least lower the dose, if not stop altogether.
That leads us back to 3 years ago, where he put out a video on YouTube talking about some tips and different things he applied to build muscle.
Alex released a video over 3 years ago. I'd formerly seen it on Reddit, and it was literally taken down. Did not want people to say it, and I wonder why. Now remember, if you in fact take MK677, a growth hormone secretagogue, it's banned by WADA. And so if you're taking something that's a banned performance-enhancing drug, then you lose your natty status. Or do you? Some people, they perhaps don't see it as a steroid. If you're taking MK677, ibutamorin, and it increases your growth hormone levels, increases your hunger, makes it easier to put on muscle, and it's banned by WADA, then does that not revoke your natty status? Well, for some people it does, and for some people it doesn't. Remember, caffeine was once banned by WADA. How many of you out there think if you take 4 scoops of pre-workout in a day that you're no longer natural? I think that most people agree that you've injected growth hormone, that you do in fact lose your natty status. But it's up to you to decide what is in fact natural or not natural. Many people say if you take in SARMs, it's just a pill. They don't work that well, and so you're still natural. My opinion, 100% opposite. SARMs are incredibly potent, at least the ones that I took, the ones that I know I coach people taking. They make tremendous gains in size and strength. That, along with the fact that they're banned by WADA, to me, that shows it's not natural.
I eat a lot of avocados when I'm bulking. Another tip is to have HGH boosters or some type of, there's some SARMs.
Now, one thing I believe is that Alex was not actually taking MK677 at this point. I just think he made a mistake. I don't think he actually understood the difference between a growth hormone secretagogue and a SARM.
There's some SARMs that are, that help boost your HGH or any type of,
He's saying there's some SARMs that can help boost your HGH. No, there are not. SARMs do not boost HGH, nor do they boost testosterone. If you take SARMs, they're actually very suppressive. If you took, for example, Osterine, Rad140, various SARMs, you take it for a long time, it's going to lower your natural testosterone production. Remember, Alex had testosterone levels in the 400s to 600s when he was younger, then suddenly dropped into the 200s. That is why I believed he took SARMs. Had he taken testosterone, it would have been either through the roof or at rock bottom, depending if he was on them or off of them. But with SARMs, they simply start to suppress your testosterone. And so perhaps he took Osterine, perhaps he took Rad140. That easily could have caused his testosterone levels to go into the 200s, all the while building a lot of muscle. And so he states, you can take SARMs to boost your HGH. It would not boost your HGH. By taking MK67 ibutamorin, that would boost your HGH. So is he simply confusing this? Does he not understand the difference? Many people have also stated, you know, SARMs like MK677. MK677 is not a SARM. However, many people simply classify it as one and the same, most likely because it comes in pill form.
There's some SARMs that are, that help boost your HGH or any type of HGH supplement. Okay.
So any type of HGH supplement.
Now, if it's simply an HGH supplement, it could just be a load of vitamins. It wouldn't actually be a hormone that would be banned by WADA. For example, when you take a test booster like G-Test, it's not banned by WADA. It's going to increase your testosterone levels, but it's not actually cheating, it's not banned, and so it's not actually hormones. And so in the same way you could take a test booster and be natural, you could actually take an HGH booster and also be natural. Now that doesn't mean the guy wasn't actually taking MK677, it doesn't mean he wasn't taking a SARM, but he's literally promoting its use in this video and being a guy who's 100% natural, saying, hey, I'm 100% natural. Here's a tip, take SARMs and don't be natural. It wouldn't make sense. It would be like a vegan who's against eating meat saying, hey, if you want to put on muscle, my suggestions to eat chicken and steak. It doesn't make sense.
This is literally what he's telling you to do because he has experience using them and they clearly have worked for him.
And so I believe that the video was taken down because they didn't want a lot of people to see it. Remember, this video is from over 3 years ago before he became famous, and so perhaps he made a mistake, perhaps he didn't know what he was saying, or perhaps he was actually taking MK677.
There's some SARMs that are that help boost your HGH or any type of
But really think of it. He's promoting that you would take SARMs that boost your HGH. And so he must have considered that MK677, to many people, it's labeled in that group of being a SARM. So he's saying, take SARMs that boost your HGH. I do not believe that he's actually referring to this as being just HGH boosters, vitamins and so on. Remember, he's saying it increases your hunger, it makes it easier to eat, it's gonna help you to bulk up. In this video, it goes along with him saying, add in extra peanut butter and avocados, get in more fat so that you can put on weight. For someone who's skinny, who wants to be able to eat more, to get hungrier, to put in more calories, also to put on more size, it does in fact make sense that that would have been very beneficial for Alex Eubank. And so personally, I do in fact believe that he was taking MK677.
The peanut gallery thinks they work or not. The idiots in the comments that say, oh, SARMs suck, don't do anything. Yeah, take MK677 and see what happens to your appetite.
And so Nick is 100% right. If you take MK677 or SARMs, you are going to notice a difference. And with MK, can make you lethargic and you can become very hungry. You're certainly going to see a difference and most certainly should not be considered natural.
human growth hormone levels are higher, you'll have better sleep.
Sounds familiar.
You'll be a lot hungrier. So a lot of people who struggle with putting on size, they're not able to eat because they're just not hungry and they're skinny.
And so based on this video, the fact that it was taken down, the fact that he goes on to explain the benefits of HGH, I do in fact have to believe that he was in fact taking MK677 and not some vitamin-enriched product that might increase your HGH levels.
It's just a really good thing to have in your body at a good level.
Yeah, it's a really good thing to have in your body. Put SARMs in your body, guys. What is he, like 16 here, 15 here? Does he even have a driver's license yet?
And so he's not 15 or 16, he's actually about 20, but I don't believe that this is good advice for a younger lifter. I don't think you should be taking MK677. You shouldn't be trying to boost your HGH levels as a kid. And no, you're not going to grow a little bit taller from taking MK677. Don't take these supplements, especially at an early age. And if you do, always do so with the advice and consent of your doctor.
All these guys that want to paint this picture as if they're this perfect natural Adonis Greek god without anything are usually typically the biggest fat liars.
Now, my personal opinion is once you've lied about something, perhaps when you were a teenager years ago, you said you're 100% natural and you were perhaps taking MK677. And once you've said you didn't, it's hard to go back and say, yes, I did. It's hard to admit when you made a mistake. It's hard to admit when you were wrong. And so although I don't believe he's 100% natural, I don't think we should be overly critical of this. Imagine if everyone knew our greatest mistakes that we've ever made. This is a minor thing. He said, I'm 100% natural. Perhaps he took MK677 or SARMs. Perhaps he regrets it, but he doesn't want to come back on his word. And in the end, would it make a significant difference in how he looks now, 3 or 4 years later, if he hasn't done anything since then? Absolutely not. If you take SARMs for perhaps 3 months when you were a teenager, I don't really think that what you did 5 years ago is making a significant difference on how you look today. Perhaps 1 pound maybe in the grand scheme of things, but I don't think he's 100% natural now. And so for me, it's one thing to make a mistake years ago, but if you regret it and in the future you do the exact same thing again, then that's a little bit different. And so if his testosterone as of late are through the roof because he was taking a clomiphene, would it not make more sense to say, hey guys, I've been been taking enclomiphene. It caused my anxiety to go up, so much so that I ended up in the hospital during a 48-hour fast. Please be more careful than last time. My doctor said it was safe. I took it, and look what happened to me. That, to me, would be great advice. And so, yes, enclomiphene can, in fact, boost your testosterone levels. We see it in Alex over 900 nanograms per deciliter. Was he, in fact, taking that? I do believe that he was. Will Alex ever admit to it? I don't think so. But in the end, we saw him taken out in a stretcher to hospital. And so please be careful. Don't just think, oh, I think Alex took this, I'm going to take the exact same thing. You saw what happened to him, it could happen to you. And so if you're looking for any of the natural supplements, the creatines, the beta-alanines, the pre-workouts, protein powders, G-Test, 3-Test, G-Focus, Delta Sleep, NAC, anything you want, please click the link in the description. Go and use code Greg to save you 10%. Like the video if you liked it. Click on the subscribe button. Write a comment to boost the algo. And for the cookbooks, the training books, the Circle Diet book, the Harder Than Last Time clothing line, coaching plans, and so on, phone consults, click the link in the description, code Greg, 10% off. And until next time, I am out.